Eddy Shaver, man, fucking changed my life, Jeff.
Yeah.
Changed my life. I've told this story a few times in recent years in interviews, but I cannot oversell how important the experience of being in the Delta Rebels was. I showed up with my JCM 800, a bunch of pedals, an SPX 90 in a rack,
Right.
my whatever it was, a Kramer or some do-it-yourself guitar with a Floyd Rose, and I just thought, I am the shit. And I remember RT saying, yeah, man, the band is going to be killer. You and Eddy Shaver. And I'm like, cool, man. And in my head, I'm like, well, I hope Eddy Shaver's cool with being the rhythm player because I'm the damn lead guitar player. Right. I was just in Witness. So this is like a story. It's like out of a Western, all right? I go back to Memphis for the first official rehearsal. I'm early. I set up all my shit. Everything sounding killer in my mind. The bass player, James, shows up. He's great. He and RT had played together forever. They're like red dirt, North Mississippi, the real thing, man. These guys were great. Eddie Boyd from Witness was on drums.
Yeah.
And this other fucking guy is late, this Eddy Shaver guy. So we're running through the songs and Russell's singing and I'm playing every solo because I'd learned the record. He had already made his record too. Okay. Like Witness had. Right. So I learned all the songs, all the solos. And I don't need charts or notes. I got it down. Right. And so we played, man. And we're like, what's up? So all of a sudden, we're in the middle of a song. And the door swings open. And some dude comes walking in with a leather jacket, a gig bag on, hair's all down his eyes, cigarette dangling out of his mouth. And I just remember he had on these badass cowboy boots that were worn. I was like, wow, those are cool. And I thought this was like a roadie. He was that disheveled. Right. So we're playing. And the guy looks up at RT and they make eye contact. And then that was when I went, oh, this is him. This is the guy. So, I'm still like catching all the parts and just doing it. So as I'm playing, out of the corner of my eye, I'm observing this guy. Because he's already such a striking figure that I'm like, what's going on here? He sets this Mesa Boogie Mark III head on top of this beat-up cabinet that looks like it's been drugged behind a truck. He turns the cabinet around and faces the wall with it. Right. Plugs in, the speaker cable into the amp. Opens up that gig bag. He pulls out this Stratocaster that looks like it's been drugged behind the same truck on the same chain and a guitar cable. Now remember, I'm over here with fucking Guitar Center next to me, man. Right. All this stuff.
Right, all your gear.
He straps the Strat on, pulls a cord out, plugs it into the Strat, plugs in the front of the amp, takes his arm and cranks all the knobs, and he hits one note, Jeff. One note. Boom! Like that. And it's like I passed out. It's like I was in a car accident and woke up from a coma. Wow. I just went, wow. Wow. Life change. It was as life-changing as the story I told you about the garage band and making noise the first time. Right. Life change. And I'm just grateful that I had the humility and the brains to recognize that something great would just happen. Right. As opposed to like getting jealous or getting uncomfortable. And, he and RT, I'll never forget the look he gave me. As soon as Eddy hit that note, he looked at me like, see what I mean, motherfucker? It's on now. Yeah. So, man, there was some legendary gigs in Memphis by the Delta Rebels. Legendary. Yeah. Because we were loud and Eddy and I became immediate friends. It wasn't a competition.
Yeah.
But we were both showmen. Like, we were like, all right, if it's my solo, I'm going to burn the stage down. Right?
I remember.
So,
Norms.
Yeah, Norms. Thank you. That's the name of it. Norms in Birmingham.
Just came to me.
Al's Crossroads, the Nick, Norms.
And y'all played
Lulu.
Y'all played Norms. And you burned the house down.
Thank you.
It was incredible.
Well, listen, man. In 1989, when I joined the Delta Rebels, I couldn't tie Eddie Shaver's shoestring. That guy was beyond my skill set, man. He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked to musicians across the country that know about Eddie, and he was like Stevie Ray and Jeff Beck rolled into one. He was that good.
Yeah.
He had that much command of his tone from his hands, and I'm just grateful for that. I mean, I could sit here and talk about Eddie for an hour.
Right.
I literally could, man.
Yeah, I remember